had a chance of cashing on a normal week, maybe, but that would be just hanging on there. 131, I'd say 99 times out of 100 will not cash. But those lineups were performing, instead of 131, 148, they were performing closer to 190 to 215, 220 lineups. So it was a weird week for DFS. Definitely
football.
Just a weird week for football in general. But I'm not complaining. I
never complain for making money.
Yeah, I made money. I cashed in all of my lineups. Cashed in every contest that I put them in. I played in $25 double up, $5 double up, the $30 millionaire contest, the free contest that cashed me $1. I finished like 20,000 overall.
Heck
but
yeah, that's $1.
Yeah, so I mean it was a good week, and then there was one more contest that I entered that I finished pretty high in. But yeah, and check me out later this week. I'm putting it on the airwaves now. I'm demanding that I be put on DFS Cash Project, coming to you this Friday. Mm-hmm. Okay. The new DFS Cash Project podcast will be coming out Friday, hosted, of course, by Brady Gilmore. He'll be telling you all about why week 1 was weird.
Yep.
What happened. For example, for me, the reason that I cashed, I played the Rams defense. That's really what it came down to. When a defense scores 28 points and pretty much every offense has a mediocre output, that's going to win you. That's going to win you money. So I got lucky there. The core of the difference between our lineups was you played the Texans D and I played the Rams D.
That was 28 points.
Yeah, I mean a couple players here and there, but the point differentials between those players were negligible, and that's a 28-point difference. That's the difference between making money and losing money.
Yep. Because I will dive into it, but DraftKings alone, normally you pay down for a defense and rely on your guys, but when you get 7 points from Le'Veon Bell, you know it's a weird week.
Yeah, and I mean, so that's one of the big decisions you had to make this week was which of the top 2 running backs do you play?
David Johnson had 14.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them really
he
showed out.
If he didn't get hurt, he probably would have had 20. I mean, Todd Gurley had a good week, but he was playing the Colts.
LaShawn McCoy had a decent week. Yeah. But that's the thing. None of the top-tier talents really went off. There were a couple under-the-radar performances, obviously. Yeah. So if you didn't have Antonio Brown at receiver, you probably tanked. That was my one, that I had to play because, I mean, I forget what his ownership percentage was, but it was up there. If you didn't have AB, you were done.
Here's the just FYI before we move on to this. Here's the perfect lineup that would have won $1 billion. Matthew Stafford had 28 points. Mm-hmm. Tariq Cohen, who probably will never get touches again, had 25 points.
I wonder what his ownership percentage was.
Probably ridiculous. Yeah. Leonard Fournette will be a play for the rest of the year because they rode him like Donkey Kong.
And TJ Yeldon was out.
Yeah,
right.
He's going to be out because Leonard Fournette's a stud.
Yeah, he is a stud.
Antonio Brown, Golden Tate, Kenny Galladay because he scored 2 touchdowns, but he was only in 40 snaps. Austin Hooper, the Hawks tight end, the Falcons, Atlanta, whatever.
McCoy, the Birds,
and the Rams, which scored 232.98.
That's insane. The perfect lineup at 232.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Brady told me yesterday before it started. He said, "We're gonna have to win it. To be able to win a lot of money, we're gonna have to get 250." And the $1 billion, $1 billion by 232. Well, nobody won it, but that's
the thing for that contest. That's the chances of somebody picking the perfect lineup lower by a lot than somebody picking a perfect bracket for March Madness.
But I guess we can get off of this, but the fact is, DraftKings is so you have to be so talented just to have a good lineup. It's blown my mind in the past week because it's not like
you have to know absolutely nothing and have no ideas influence you and just literally go off
value.
I mean, that's the thing because if you have any emotion,
who the fuck would have chosen Tariq Cohen yesterday? I've never even seen that guy in my life.
Still
and they got Howard.
Yeah. And it's a lot of it is blind luck.
Yeah, but I was talking to Brady about it, and it's not like March Madness where there's people that know absolutely nothing and flip a coin. Like, you still have to get some sort of skill.
Well, yeah, there's more
it.
options. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. How about winning $1 billion off of DraftKings?
That would be nice.
Or, well, I think you win. I don't think it's $1 billion.
I mean, it's
like
it's taxed.
300,000 or something like that.
It's taxed at 50%, so it's 500 million.
Which then I think their contract is they pay you like $10 million a year for the rest of your life, which I'm cool with.
Or you can take the lump sum, which would be like 100 million.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'll invest in so much stuff and become
Exactly. I'd
filthy.
keep 10 million for myself, invest the rest. Boom.
That money will grow into quadrillions.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Oh yeah, it is. Quadrillion that's a term.
Wow.
I think. Okay. Let's talk about the Nats.
Dude, I want to be in that clubhouse one
Oh,
day.
happy day.
Yeah.
Oh, happy day.
One a day.
Oh, happy day.
That was filled in misery. The Nats brought you a title.
On a day, what if I told you?
ESPN 30 for 30.
On one of the worst days in DC sports history, one team brought a smile to 100 faces. 100 faces in 100 cities, in 100 towns, in 100 provinces of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the city of the District of Columbia, and wherever the places are in Maryland, because the Washington Nationals clinched their third playoff berth in the last 4 years.
Merry Clinchmas.
What if I told you?
2 claps for Steven Strasburg. 36 innings pitched.
2 claps for Gio. 2 claps for Max. 2 claps for Tanner. 3 claps for Victor Robles' first hit. Oh no, he didn't make it to third. He got thrown out third, actually.
But 4 out of the last 6 years, who would have thought in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010 even,
who would have thought when we signed, if I told you the day that we signed Jason Worth that pick would lead to us winning 4 division titles in 6 years.
How do you go from such hopelessness?
Let me tell you how. You signed Jason Worth.
Right.
Nat Shack, where you at?
I mean,
at me, bro.
I would still hope that Howie Kendrick starts in left field during the playoffs, but
I want Jason Worth to start on the bump game 1.
That it factor, no.
He's got it.
But it is incredible. I mean, 4 or 6 years, might have, depending on how the Dodgers finish, if they keep this pace, we might have the best record in baseball. Because if we sweep them coming up, we might really have the best record in baseball. I don't necessarily want that because anytime you have expectations comes losses. I think we have potential to go the deepest we've been, which I love hearing Jason Worth yesterday. So I didn't get to see the post game because I was at work.
We have it recorded. We DVR'd it.
Awesome, because the whole whoever reads books and does math and all that bullshit. I just love Jason Worth. I
got a phone call when he got interviewed, and I walked down the hallway, and my dad just starts losing it. I mean,
he's got the best lines.
He does, dude.
The "kiss my ass" line from when he walked off the Cubs.
Hey, Coco, we gotta do this shit more often.
Let's do that without cursing next time.
Maybe let's do that without cursing. Holy shit! I mean, it's just who he is, man. He's the best.
And it seems like we're getting better. I mean, we played the Syracuse Chiefs yesterday.
We did.
100%. We had
Trey Turner in there, and then a minor league lineup, and Strauss on the bump.
Wilmer Defoe
and Strauss
was
on the
hitting
bump.
third. Dusty Baker. In Dusty, we trusty, dude.
Oh, 2 claps for Grant Paulson.
Psych.
Just kidding.
Wilmer Defoe, hit second all you want, buddy.
Yep. Keep hitting second, bud. Maybe hit third. Who knows? That would really take Grant off.
Everybody wants to say Dusty can't manage. Well, I haven't seen a lot, but some people will say that Dusty can't manage over reporters or whatever. I saw a couple people say that on Twitter. But the fact of the matter is, all he does is win. I mean,
he does. So that's the thing about baseball. You get your measure of success at a certain point. Like, you can win all you want in the regular season, but at a certain point, congrats. You've established yourself as a regular season winner. But if you can't get over that hump in the playoffs, then people label you as somebody who can't manage, can't win, can't play in the playoffs, can't manage in the playoffs, can't coach, whatever it is. And that's just what sucks about baseball, because it is hard to win a postseason series. Mm-hmm. I will say that. Like, we get on the Nats because they haven't won one. They've been to the playoffs 3 times now and haven't won. They haven't gotten out of the first round. It's not easy to win a playoff series, especially a best out of 5 when you're playing one of the best teams in baseball. Like, should we probably have won one of those? Maybe. Yeah, but it's hard. It is not easy. And do I want to be the team that wins? Yes. But do I understand if we don't get out of the first round this year, am I going to be pissed?
We better get
100%. 100% I'll be pissed. But am I going to call for Dusty's job if we don't get out of the first round? No. That's not his fault. That's just the way that baseball is sometimes.
We called for Matt Williams' job because Matt Williams
was not a good manager.
No. Didn't know when to pull guys. Didn't know when to put guys.
I don't even care about that.
Manage a team.
You know what? Dusty doesn't always make the right moves personnel-wise. He doesn't always bring the right guys in. He does some weird stuff. Maybe he does make some weird lineups.
He keeps everybody happy, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. He knows all of his players. And if he does weird stuff, most of the time it's because those players... He's had a conversation with that player or those players about it, and they're down with it. They're okay with it. And Matt Williams... I mean, that's when I read the article about how
Jason Worth's article or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When Jason Worth, Matt refused to talk to Jason. Like, I mean,
you would come into you'd do your pregame routine and think you're starting, and then come into the office and you're not starting. Yeah, it's that whole sort of thing.
It's that kind of stuff. Dusty's a player's manager, and that's exactly what we need.
Yeah, because we got a bunch of egos.
Hey,
on the team.
Mike, could you go ahead and sign him now?
He will.
Okay, thanks.
I don't think that's an issue. They're good together.
Ooh. Best moment of clinching? Seeing Mark Lerner out on the field?
Yep.
Huge. I mean, that's great. Mark battled cancer all year, lost his leg to it. But dude is probably the biggest Nats fan ever. Really is the face of the Lerner family. And to see him there in the wheelchair even, I mean, he was front and center in the team pick. Gio was wheeling him right into the middle of the team picture, standing right behind him. It was just a special moment.
Yeah. I would pay money to be able to be part of that celebration. And Jack texted me and said, I know exactly why the beers are so expensive.
Yeah, why do we have $10 beers at Nats Park?
It's because they pour
everything Wilmer on their Defoe head. Is just pouring them out. He's not even drinking them. He's just pouring them on his own face. He doesn't know how to drink beer.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Was 20-year-old Victor Robles part of it?
I was searching for Victor. I will say, Jose Lobaton was standing around the outside. He didn't look like he was
I loved his
partying
shirt,
too
by
much.
the way.
Yeah. But Anthony Rendon was having a great time. He was drunk. He was pouring beers down Bryce's pants while he was being interviewed. Literally just pulled his pants out and just poured beer down his pants. Jason Worth,
I think
obviously.
Jason Worth's always drunk.
Gio, ham-boned.
Of course.
Everybody was having a grand old time. I did not see Victor.
He's 20 years old.
Bryce was drinking beer. I don't know how that fits with the whole Mormon thing.
I think after you get married, all the rules go away.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Is that right, Mormon God? Yes, Jack. That's right.
Couldn't tell you.
Thanks, Mormon God. Is it still Jesus?
I think
it's still
like
Jesus.
Jews where they're waiting for God, right?
No, I don't think so. It's
the
the Church of the Latter-day Saints, right? So they're
It was created by a guy that committed suicide, so I don't really know the whole Mormon.
Wait, no, I can't ask Siri. Never mind, because it's in the headphones.
Might have to say something controversial.
Never mind. What? I was just gonna ask her, but I deleted it.
Okay,
it's gone.
Whatever. Anyways, exciting stuff. The good news is the Redskins have 16 weeks to figure something out and maybe get us a win. The Nats.
Hey, the Nats started the year 0-1
What's your favorite moment from the clinching? Not like yesterday's clinching, but like the entire season to get to the point where we're at.
Favorite moment? Yikes, that's a big question. I'm gonna go first. My favorite moment from yesterday was seeing, I don't know, you probably didn't see this because you weren't watching. So after the game ended,